changes it, for me it changes a lot because like, I don't really like,
Part of writing, at least to me, is like just sharing ideas and sharing how you feel.
In the digital age, it's easy for your work to be seen by an audience our writer was not originally intended for. How does this change your approach to writing?
for me it changes a lot because like, I don't really write online. I do have like Facebook and stuff, but I don't really post much. Mainly just share and communicate with friends. However, anything that's like written online can still be seen online, so I'm very cautious of what I do.
I guess you could be more conscious about who's going to read it. I guess more people, a wide variety of people are on the internet, so more people would be able to see it.
I think it makes me think more before I go into the process of writing, in the sense of I know someone's going to be seeing this, and so how I want to get my message across maybe changes, in the sense that I try to delve deeper to make the audience understand too, like what's in my head.
I would just be clear with what I'm saying and be clear about my background knowledge on what I'm writing about, so that the audience can understand what I'm trying to get across.
I just make sure to use a lot of like descriptive language and make sure that it's clear as to what I'm trying to get across, and not hope that someone understands and assume that they have a certain set of background knowledge that I do.
Structured writing, and what would you consider free-form writing?
I feel like freeform writing would be more like a journal that someone might keep just for themselves, or something personal that you can just kind of go to whenever you feel like. Whereas structured might be something that's assigned by a professor, where it's got more of a baseline that you need to follow along the way. I feel like when you free write, it's a little more personal and to yourself. Where when it's structured, I guess it's better in a way, because you're actually trying to follow along a certain guideline, whereas when you're writing, you just kind of go in your own head off the top of your head.
Well, I'm definitely a lot more informal when I'm like talking to my friends or texting or whatever, versus like in a paper I'm much more formal. But for the most part, it doesn't really shift a lot other than that.
Would you say that there's less of you in essay writing?
Sometimes, yeah, because I'm writing for someone else in a sense, and sometimes for like a paper, for example, I'm writing so the teacher will give me a good grade, or so for what the teacher wants to hear. For myself, it's very different, so yeah, sometimes. Because maybe if I'm doing a structured writing for class, for example, I'm thinking of exactly what to write, but like I write in a journal like every night, so I consider that like my free writing, and I'm just writing for myself, so it's writing first and last.
I wouldn't consider myself a writer if, like, in general, like, enjoying to write and write for fun in that sense. I don't consider myself a strong writer, so I feel like if I plan it and go over it more times, then it becomes stronger, so I prefer to do that. So I write when I have to, like, in class and stuff like that.
Are you a writer?
In a sense that I write for school, yes, but on my free time, I don't really write.
Would you say your writing has become, how would you say your writing has shifted from high school to college?
It's very much better than in high school, and I think that's just because of the great feedback I got from teachers, and that benefits a lot, and that's what I want. I want criticism to make my writing better, because I take writing very seriously, in school and outside of school, so.